Dennis Rogers. I was born and raised in Knox County. I am the Democrat candidate for the office of Knox County Sheriff. The reason I'm sitting there as a Democrat was that in 1979, when I first became able to vote, my grandmother and my dad threatened to disown me if I didn't sign up for the Democrat. That's the reason I'm here today. One of the reasons I'm running for sheriff platforms is times has changed, and there's a war on drugs right now that we have to deal with. And being sheriff now requires 24/7, you know, and you can't close the office at 5 o'clock and say it's over, because crime doesn't stop at 5 o'clock anymore. It continues on. And what happens is when drugs come into a county, it brings in other crimes with it, theft, assault, that we have to deal with. And therefore, I think it's something that we have to address and get more officers on the street, work with their judge executive office and try to get more money put into the department to get these officers, because we're losing the battle. You can go out here and you can look and you can see what's going on in other stores, other places, that we are losing this battle. And we need somebody to come in that will take hold and be a hands-on type person, and that's what I am. I worked 22 years for Bartle City. I worked my way up from officer to detective to sergeant to lieutenant, and I always believed and I wouldn't do anything I wouldn't have other officers do. I'll do it myself before I put them out there. That's the way I work. So if you happen to call, if you need the sheriff's department, and I hope you never do, don't be surprised if I ain't the one that shows up, because I would not lay there knowing that people need help and not come to you, because I can't do that. And I think that's one of the things that we need to address. Another thing I hate, and I see it all the time and I hate it, is when you drive around the court square, you see the sheriff's office closed. There's nobody there. Bartle City closes. City police, is nobody there. So where do you go? If you needed help, where would you go? There's a 911 dispatch if you know where to find it. It's very hard to find. So if you're out here looking for an officer and happen to run up on one, of course you can call 911 on your cell phone and hope to run into one. But I think it's something we need to look at to address. Is hopefully being able to get the funds to have our sheriff's department open 24/7. Have somebody in there that's a safe place you can go to if you need the police, that you can come to and talk to somebody. And that's the way I feel. I have worked in drugs. I have the largest single drug bust in the history of the Bartle City Police Department. In one single bust, we took over 22,000 pills off the street. I'm a certified police officer instructor from Department of Criminal Justice, the first one in the history of the city of Bartlesville. In other words, I'm able to go train and teach in Richmond at the Department of Criminal Justice. And I believe in training. I believe you got to get your officers trained in what they're doing in order to do a good job. And being a police officer or sheriff is a service that's no different than any other service. Cable, phone, whatever. You know, if your cable's out, and a serviceman comes in and says, "Yep, if your cable's out," and walks out, you haven't got any service. Same as police. If you're a victim of a crime and the police walks in there and says, "Yep, you know, you've been broke into," that's the end of it. That's not what you want. That's not service. That's not what we're here about. We want to give you the best service we can, and I promise you that's what we will do. Thank you.
Thank you.